All right. Good afternoon, family. I had no video for you guys yesterday because yesterday we had a specific news driver that I don't normally trade. We're gonna talk about news drivers in time. Okay, we're gonna talk about what news drivers that my mentor recommends that we don't trade and what we should be looking out for. But yesterday had a news driver that we don't normally trade, so I didn't take any trades yesterday. But today I was back in the markets and I got this absolutely perfect execution, right? As you can see, this is almost literally to the point. And I posted it on Instagram in my MT5 platform right as I took it. So if you have me on there, you can see that I will post the trade setup when I take it. I'll post the entry so you can see exactly what it looks like, and you can see that, hey, I'm not just showing you this on a chart, it's not hindsight, it's actually happening when I put it, right? So now this trade was fantastic in so many ways because we got literally every single confirmation that we could have for the buys. We was actually looking for sells this morning, and if you look at the daily chart, you would see that the market actually did sell off really, really heavily from New York down. You can see this real big red candle. This is what I was looking for overall. I was looking for price to come down and take these lows, and now it has. Tomorrow, I'm not really fully clear on a bias for tomorrow, but I'm just gonna trade based off what I see in my session. But looking at EU and GU on the 5 minute in London, we can see that I have my liquidity grab here because what price did is price at 2 a.m. traded below these lows which was created before 2 a.m., right? So I normally use any price action before 2 a.m., swing highs and swing lows as liquidity. So price traded lower and lower and lower. And when price got here, I want you to notice what happened. You see I have sell side liquidity marked up. Those are actually Asian Killzone lows, right? Now, GBP USD actually traded into sell side liquidity and went below it, while EU refused to do so, right? Now, GU would have been nicer for the buys because as you can see, GU actually went higher when EU made a lower low. But GU never gave me any prompts for entry. It never gave me a fair value gap, right? I had a liquidity grab, I had a break of structure, but where's the fair value gap, right? And we had no real retracement into discount to buy either, right? So looking over on EU, this is how my chart is set up. So I'm looking at both charts at one time. I saw that EU created this short-term high, then we broke, and there we see that EU ran up and created relative equal highs right here. Now this was a telltale sign for me that I'm gonna buy this, right? Because this is a very clear target of the market creating liquidity to draw to. So as you can see, we draw a fib from the low to the high, and we have a fair value gap smack dab at 50%. Guys, this is not a game. This is not something that happens once in a while. Since Monday, I've showed you setups with the exact same framework more than one time in multiple markets at different times of day. Right? The algorithm is first run on price, on time, sorry, and then price. So as you can see, I have my time marked out 2 to 5 a.m. New York time. This is a London session, and the algorithm moves a certain way during each and every single session. The markets are not run by people, it's run by a computer. The computer is making price, right? Now, as you can see, if I actually drop down to the 1 minute so you can see it a little bit better, a little bit easier, let me actually take this out, right? So you can see it a little bit easier. Price did not take the equal highs before trading lower. Price traded lower and then exploded to the upside and took out the equal highs. This is exactly what you want to see in a trade setup. You want to see price come into your point of interest and really just push away like it doesn't want to be there at all. So upon seeing this, what I do personally is I go up to the 15-minute time frame, right? And from the 15-minute time frame, I trail my stop loss according to the last order block. But in this trade specifically, I actually took out my position, 90% of my position at 5 to 1. So we closed out at about here. We took out 90%, and then I left the rest to run, but the rest of it got stopped out down here because during this period I was actually at work. so I wasn't trading this, right? So this was our overall target. Price didn't get there, but 5 to 1, 5% a day is more than enough for me. 5 to 1 is perfect for me, which is why I took my partials there, right? Now, there isn't much more to say about it. Very simple, very bread and butter setup. We're looking for the same thing every single day. Every single day, guys, I'm looking for the exact same thing. It's liquidity grab, break up market structure, and trade into premium or discount to take my execution, right? There must be a fair value gap, there must be a liquidity grab, there must be a break of market structure, and that's literally all you need. It's all you need. Now, if you go over to my mentor's YouTube, Mr. Michael, his name is ICT. I have him in my recommended channels. You can build your own model from what he teaches because he teaches a lot of different stuff. But this is based off his latest 2020 model, and this has been so far my most profitable trading style, right? So I'm sticking with this. And if you guys want to see some more content, you just leave a like. I'm gonna break down trades for you. Any trade I take for you every day. And whenever we don't have trades, you're not gonna see a video, okay? You can comment if you have any questions, and I will try to get to your questions and answer your questions next week. And actually, for the 1 minute traders, I actually had a friend who took a setup of the 1 minute, but it was on GU, right? He took this setup, right? So we had price trade up, break up market structure, and then he actually entered here. He didn't wait for the price to get back into premium, which is not my ideal setup, but he entered right here. So he was in here and he rode this thing all the way until it hit buy side liquidity, which is actually amazing, right? If it was me personally, I would have actually waited until maybe up here, and my entry would be here, right? My personal entry, I would have entered this up here. My stop loss would be below this candle. As this is the last candle with a fair value gap, you can see the gap is not fully closed right here, right? And then I would be targeting these highs, right? That would be a 4.4 to 1. Right. So like I said, to I'm gonna look to try to give you guys a video on funded accounts over the weekend if I can. And if any setup presents tomorrow, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I see so you guys can follow with me. And the best thing that you can do is mark up your charts the way that I mark it up so you can try to see it for yourself, right? You try to mark up the way I do, and from the moment that you can get the technicals down, then we have to focus on the mentals, the emotional part of trading. And trading really is 10% of your actual strategy and 90% of your emotions. Because, guys, emotions are really strong factor in what makes or breaks a trader. You could have $1 million strategy and still be failing because of your emotions, because you feel like it's not gonna hit TP or you feel like you gotta close it out early. All right. So blessings to you guys. I hope you had a wonderful day, and we're gonna end this video here.